Verse 5 of Mark 5 says that the man would cut himself and that he would cry out in anguish. Even in the dialogue with Jesus in the first verses, you can hear the anguish and the pain, and you can hear kind of the terror in the man's voice. He's talking to the one who can save him, and even still his words are pained. When he gets to Jesus, he says, or rather he shouts at the top of his voice, "What do you want with me? In God's name, don't torture me." He's saying this to the one who wants to bring healing. Jesus asks the man, he asks him his name, to which the demons reply through the man that his name is Legion. And this language, by the way, is the language of empire. A legion was the name of a squadron of Roman soldiers. Roman legions typically, they numbered in the thousands. And so for the first hearers of this story, they would have immediately connected the spiritual bondage of this man with the physical bondage that they were experiencing under Roman occupation. First century Jews, they understood what it was to be held captive by thousands of Roman soldiers. They knew, as this man did, the power of an oppressive legion. Neither is it lost on the reader that this man, though living alone, was possessed by the many. Though he was isolated, he was filled with thousands that sought his undoing. And yet Jesus heals. Jesus, in an act of mercy and power, Jesus casts out the demons, sending them into a herd of 2,000 pigs. The act, it kills the pigs, but it saves the man. The story concludes in a dramatic fashion as we see the transformation of the man. Verse 15. When they came to Jesus, they saw the man who had been possessed by the legion of demons sitting there, dressed in his right mind. And they were afraid. And then 3 verses later, verse 18, and Jesus was getting into the boat, and the man who had been demon-possessed begged to go with him. Jesus did not let him, but said, "Go to your own home. Go home and to your own people and tell them how much the Lord has done for you, and how he has had mercy on you." And so the man went away and began to tell in the Decapolis how much Jesus had done for him. And all the people were amazed. This is what Jesus does and can do. This is the liberating and freeing and healing power of God on display in the life of this man. A man once possessed by impure spirits, presumably thousands of them, is now possessed by the one Holy Spirit. A man who was living in the dead places is now in the Decapolis, which means the 10 cities. He's in a place of life and of flourishing, surrounded by people created in God's image. A man who could not be bound was now truly free because of the words and the work of Christ. A man who would cry out in anguish now cries out the good news of God's mercy and how much the Lord has done for him. Do you hear the reversals of what's happened? Church, this is what Jesus offers not just to this man in Mark 5, but to us as well. The church, the Lord offers healing and freedom if we would but place our faith and our trust in him.